I thought I'd find you in here, Julian.
I told Cook to serve my breakfast in here this morning. After a little disagreement last night, I didn't relish seeing you first thing in the morning.
Oh, because I objected to the advice you were giving Ethan, that the standards and morals of the rest of the world don't apply to the Crane men.
I only told our son the simple facts of life as the Cranes live it. I'm still not in the mood to see you. I would like to finish my puzzle in peace.
I have no intention of upsetting your morning.
Really? Why is that?
Because one of the maids just told me that Gwen spent the night with Ethan. So I guess your little lecture didn't impress my son very much. He assured me that he still loves Gwen and that he has no desire to sleep with any other woman.
What do you expect him to say to his mother or his fiancée?
My son doesn't lie. And I wish you would stop encouraging him to sow his wild oats and run around behind Gwen's back, and stop putting into his head the idea that it's all right just to have fun with a girl like Teresa.
You think you know your son so well. I happen to know he likes Teresa.
Well, of course he likes Teresa. She is our housekeeper's daughter. But Ethan would never, ever hurt Pilar by trying to sleep with Teresa. And you had better keep your hands to yourself, too.
Ivy, you shock me. I merely made an observation based upon the look I saw between Ethan and Teresa.
Well, keep your observation to yourself. I will not have you ruin Ethan and Gwen's future. I won't stand for it. Do you hear me?
How dare you use that tone of voice with me? Do not presume to give me orders, especially when it comes to our son. Ethan is a young, red-blooded Crane male who has every right to his share of women.
Oh, my God, what are we, Vikings?
He can't be expected to ignore what he wants and just put it aside.
I wish I had a tape recorder. I would love to save this for the anthropologists.
Stop being condescending. I mean, it's not as if you weren't aware of the facts when you married me.
Our situation was completely different.
Well, I don't think so. I'm a man. Ethan's a man. What's different?
Ethan, thank God, is nothing like you.
Yes. Thanks to your coaching all these years, he'd be better off if he were more like me.
That is something I will prevent with my last breath.
Let's just hope that Gwen is more prepared to accept the fact that Ethan's a real man. She's not naive. She knows the rules of our social set.
No, I don't think so.
Well, then she better learn, and fast.
How fitting that you would corrupt the one decent thing in this family, my son, by putting down fidelity and commitment.
Don't talk to me about commitment. Where were you the first night of our honeymoon? I'd still like to know the answer to that one.
Oh, you know perfectly well that what happened that night was not my fault. I am not the one that cursed this marriage from the very first day we took our vows.
And I suppose I am.
You know damn well you are. Maybe you would like me to tell the world the hell that you have put me through. Or perhaps I should just tell the children what a bastard their father is.
Fine. Maybe I'll tell them a few things about their mother.
Oh, you son of a...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I will do whatever the hell I want to do.
Yes. You always do. It's one of the things that excites me even after all these years. It's your fire. Your passion. The scent. Feel of your skin. The ecstasy of surrender. In my arms.
That was over a long time ago for us, Julian.
I felt you respond. You missed it.
Don't be ridiculous.
I have wondered how you could go so long without a man.
With a man like you, it's easy.
Bitch!
It's so simple to get to you, Julian. Your Crane manhood is your weakness.
What's your weakness, Ivy? A woman as cold as you must have one. You know, I've been trying to figure out why you've been so riled up lately after all this time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. After all these years maintaining our marriage of convenience, why are you suddenly acting up? Why are you so restless? What happened? What's changed? Come on, Ivy. What is it? You're like a raw nerve. Why?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. For years, you've been willing to accept the rules of the game of this marriage, but lately you've been making noises like someone who's not content. Why would you want to challenge me now?
Do you want to know why, Julian? Do you really want to know why? Because I will tell you.
I'm sorry to interrupt. There's a call from Mr. Crane.
Thank you, Pilar. I suggest you pull yourself together. And do it fast. One more thing. Stop referring to Ethan as your son. He's my son, too.
You wanted to see us, Julian?
Yes. I received a very disturbing call from Mayor Demarest this morning, Sam. That's why I asked you to come here. I want to know what the hell is going on with this man and my sister Sheridan.
What? What about your sister?
I want to know why you allow this officer to continually harass my family.
Julian, I know what the mayor told you, but I think he misunderstood the whole situation.
Misunderstood. Well, he made it very clear that this officer deliberately dragged my sister into some ridiculous antics.
Dragged her into it. She threw a pie at me.
Luis. Now, I know Sheridan never wanted to get Luis into trouble. I mean, she explained it to Mayor Demarest and said the whole situation was her fault. It was a simple misunderstanding.
This isn't the first run-in Luis has had with my family. First, he tried to arrest my son on the beach for some minor infraction. Then he did arrest Sheridan, forcing her to spend the night in jail.
She was driving recklessly, and then she smashed into my police car.
The fact is, Officer Lopez Fitzgerald has some sort of irrational grudge against my family.
Irrational? I don't think so.
He came barreling into my home one night, brandishing a loaded weapon.
I heard gunshots. I thought somebody might have been in trouble.
Well, obviously no one was in trouble, were they? So why don't you just admit it, Lopez? You have it in for my family.
Well, the Crane family isn't exactly on my top 10 list of favorite people.
Julian, I can assure you that this officer is not going out of his way to harass your family.
Unfortunately, your assurances are not enough. I'm fed up with this situation. I'm a very important member of this community. I will not be threatened by this man.
I've never threatened you.
Luis, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to wait outside and let me talk to Julian in private.
We're talking about my career here, Sam.
I said step outside, and that's an order. All right. You've had your say. Now I want you to listen to me.